We have all the proof to explain how this shocking discovery was made, what's actually going on behind the scenes, and, above all, what comes next. We have all the receipts, insiders are leaking tea, and the internet is going crazy. Claressa Shields' surprising admission that Papoose is her baby daddy was not expected. The answer? Complete chaos. Additionally, Remy Ma's response was not well received. Let's get started. Easy took the stage during a combat gig and shocked everyone by making a shocking disclosure. When he accused Remy of cheating on Papoose with him, the situation became more heated. He didn't mince words when he chastised Remy for forsaking the man who had been her faithful companion for years. She did Papoose dirty, in his opinion, and he made sure that everyone knew it. The crowd went crazy because this was more than simply a remark. It was a verbal assault. In interviews, Easy has frequently expressed love and respect for women by praising them. What's shocking, though, he essentially validated the cheating rumors rather than refuting them. Rumor has it that Papoose ended his relationship with Remy right away to move on and avoid the trouble. And with whom did he go on? It was none other than Claressa Shields, the boxing champion. When things became serious, Remy began to spiral out of control. Initially, she pretended she didn't care, saying she was over it. Remy received backlash for finding it difficult to manage Papoose and Claressa's relationship. She began hurling insults, using derogatory language, and even making it seem as though she was prepared to fight for what she believed to be hers. To exacerbate the situation, she went off on Papoose and Claressa on Instagram a few days ago and leaked private messages. Claressa tried to persuade Papoose to be honest, but Remy wasn't buying it. Claressa wrote to Papoose in one of the stolen texts, "You must accept responsibility. You are the one who is married. At the very least, sleep with me on the phone if you are unable to be here in person. Telling me you fell asleep or that you arrived home safely shouldn't be a huge problem." Claressa was ridiculed by Remy for begging Papoose. "This girl is a boxing champion, but she hung up the moment she heard me on the line. Now that I've told you everything, you're not alone, my love." Remy wasn't finished. She claimed that to portray Papoose as a saint, Claressa and her public relations staff were circulating false information. "They have been defaming my name daily while attempting to portray him as a gift from God." Remy even asserted that Papoose declined to clarify, stating that it was best to remain silent. However, when Claressa clapped back, the situation became even more chaotic. "I know you hate internet drama, but you need to do something about this girl," she allegedly said to Remy. "I can't be involved in a romantic triangle with a married man since I have a big film coming out on December 25. Remy, however, was not going to back down. She accused Claressa of feigning victimization in an attempt to damage her reputation. "Miss Shields, you appear to be a clown. I have all the receipts despite your attempt to expose me. Additionally, I want to clarify that I am not your opponent." Using a text message from Claressa that read, "I'm not happy, but I'll stop," Remy even made fun of her for pleading with Papoose to be honest. "I would rather not cause you any more anxiety. I'm a one-man woman, always have been, and I'm a good woman at heart," Remy retorted with a clap. The last straw. That really got to me when Remy called Papoose broke. Because he believes he is the prize, he will never buy you anything nice. "Stop playing games with me. I have the money. You claim to feel foolish. You look foolish, though." At last, Papoose spoke up, exposing the turmoil that led to his breakup with Remy Ma. "Remy is a narcissist who has cheated on me multiple times, and now that I've moved on, she's playing the victim," he said. "She would rather utilize her social media influence than deal with things like an adult, despite my repeated requests for a divorce. For the sake of our 6-year-old daughter, I would rather not post our drama online, but I've been silent long enough." In response to the claims that he had attempted to have Remy arrested, he described it as just another flagrant falsehood. "No one would ever be arrested by me. That is yet another untruth that is readily refutable." He also discussed the suspicions of infidelity, stating that Remy was with another man last Christmas while he was at home with their daughter. "This is where Remy was," he added. And she's lying and getting upset now that I've moved on. Here, she is the true narcissist. Papoose described a furious altercation without holding back. He was in the fetal position when I last saw him. Everyone watched me knock him unconscious. For 4 days, Remy had to wake him up and bring him home. I was at home with my daughter in the meantime. I still have messages from Remy pleading with me to lie about knocking him out, so I won't pretend that I didn't. But I didn't even throw a second punch. He revealed Remy's purported financial difficulties as well. You're out there trying to pressure me for money to make the divorce go through while I'm with my daughter on all the important days. You have a gambling problem. All you do is lie, even though I've been pleading with you for years to allow us to get a peaceful divorce. Claims that she abandoned their daughter on Christmas were refuted by Remy's clapback. All you do is lie, and you always make yourself look good, no matter what, she said. Papoose went on to discuss how Remy used his reputation as a weapon against him. Every time we had a public outburst, you would fabricate the story. You take advantage of the fact that I'm not the social media kind. You even used the gangster chick stereotype and my background to trap me by filming me during arguments. You would make fun of me by saying things like, "Oh, Remy didn't call the police. You are a rat and a snitch. Go ahead and give them a call." Papoose had obviously been suppressing his annoyance for a while. He disclosed that, ostensibly in an attempt to get attention, Remy rejected his attempt to reach a secret divorce settlement. I'm just speaking now because I can't stand the way she continues to twist the facts. Our daughter is my main worry, which is why I was silent for so long. The most shocking revelation was when he described Remy's apparent infidelity. Our daughter was with another man, someone I knew, on Christmas while I was at home with her. The fact that this person seemed to be cool, shook my hand, and then left with my wife behind my back was the most painful thing. I punched him out because of that degree of contempt, not because of the affair. Additionally, he exposed Remy for allegedly manufacturing text messages to disparage him and elevate herself. She's been trying to control the narrative, but I've got the receipts. Remy responded by criticizing Papoose for keeping her alone. You prevented me from seeing my loved ones. You attempted to keep me apart from everyone even after your brother's phone, Joe. We're here now, despite my repeated warnings not to reveal the true you. Papoose maintains that he has moved on in spite of everything, but the drama is far from over. This separation is already one of the messiest in hip-hop history, and it appears that things will only get worse. How many members of my family and friends did you deliberately ignore? When you were the one who started a misunderstanding, how many times did you act as though there wasn't? To keep up the black love image I helped you create, you accused him of being jealous of me, and you were more than happy to let the world believe lies about me. You whispered things to them that made them doubt me and feel uneasy around me, and then you just sat back and watched as I lost the people I cared about. As Remy put it bluntly, I couldn't stand seeing people celebrate me the way they admired me. You despised me and feigned pride instead of being glad for me, but you really wished that you were the one receiving the attention. Every time you downplayed my achievements, disregarded my triumphs, and attempted to divert attention from me in order to keep mine from being recognized, I could see it. Because I wouldn't elevate you above everything and everyone, you attempted to wreck it. You even publicly declared that you would do so, and you succeeded. You did everything you could to make it fail, including spreading falsehoods and inciting people against me. You still detested the fact that I founded the Battle Rap League and assisted other rappers. People only know what they hear, not what they see, and you made sure the story never died by mentioning it again anytime it began to wane and coming up with new ways to stop it. That is why I am so bored of the knockout tale. She expressed her displeasure at being used against her and acknowledged that Papoose also controlled the narrative surrounding Knockout. In fact, you wear a mask and sneak in and out like a nighttime robber. My security is aware of you. He saw you and you fled, but not before further casting suspicion on me. This wasn't merely a split. It was a full-fledged conflict, and neither of them was prepared to concede to their former supporters. I would like people to never give up, because you needed the world to see us together, and you needed to keep up appearances. You had the audacity to have me stand next to you at the awards, holding my hand, smiling for the cameras, and acting like we were still a team in spite of all of that. The lies, manipulation, and betrayal. Because you needed to be in command, and you wanted me to be the villain so you could be the hero. I know that I was acting independently. Even though I knew it was all falsehoods, I allowed you because people still have faith in you. I gave you your time. I stood by your side when I wanted to go. I smiled when I wanted to yell, and I played along. I won't remain silent any longer, though, now that I'm finished. Since the truth is out and nothing you do can change it, I won't allow you to control the narrative or alter history. No more deceit, manipulation, or pretending. So you forgot that you attacked me in the garage, which is why the pool was never completed. To get you the heck off me, the workman contacted the police. She claimed that Papoose had touched her and stated, "Pap, keep playing with the cops. I've completed my editing. The audio and video will follow. Continue to lie. The entire situation is a horrible disaster, and is now evident that their marriage has been destroyed for some time because they have continued to behave like the ideal couple." Remy then revealed yet another startling fact. Before Claressa began acting inappropriately toward Papoose, she and Claressa were on good terms. In her direct messages, she wished Claressa a happy new year and even asked her for tips on how to show off her figure. She posted screenshots of the exchange. "Here is Papa's weirdo girl just days before she was hitting me up for advice on how to look good. This is crazy," Remy wrote in an email. "I made a monster," she continued. "I gave you praise even though I knew it was incorrect, but I said nothing. You feel comfortable lying to these individuals because you believe you know what I have, but I can assure you that you will regret it. I can't believe a 45-year-old woman is crashing out like this. Clown behavior," Claressa said, finally clapping back because she was tired of being pulled into the drama. "I'm not 45 yet, but you are 29, and let me remind you," was Remy's prompt response. Because he was spending this week with his other girlfriend rather than Remy, he didn't answer his phones. "You are not a woman. You can bully," Claressa said, flipping the script when she accused Remy of making up texts to generate drama in an attempt to expose Papoose for bullying her. "At this point, you are resentful, furious, and making things up. Stated differently, you are not maturing like wine. Once more, I am not your adversary. Request gifts and flowers from your partner." Even though Remy is undoubtedly feisty, it wasn't a surprise when he declined because no one was discussing the Vista Cups on February 2. Still not finished, Claressa merely said, "Come get your behind whooped, crash out, and challenge Remy to a fight." Fans are picking sides. The internet is in complete disarray, and it doesn't appear like this drama will be resolved anytime soon. Remy seemed to be very focused on his new connection though, considering that she claims to be done with Papoose. Claressa is not happy about the rumors that he is proposing to her. The block captain is not looking well, and there are reports that he is already having affairs with other women, which exacerbates the situation. Claressa, a mixed martial arts practitioner and accomplished professional boxer, would have quickly annihilated Remy. But is anyone surprised that the method you gain them is typically the way you lose them? Since he is proudly showing off his new girlfriend and Claressa has made it apparent that she is prepared to become his wife, Papoose appears to have moved on entirely in the interim. While they are enjoying themselves together, Remy is most likely elsewhere lamenting the way things turned out. Watch to find out what happens next, since this narrative is far from over.